This morning we will be hearing the stories of these 4 Americans. And Mr. Daniel Levinson is the son of Robert Levinson, who has been missing in Iran since 2007.
There's not a day that goes by when we don't think of him, how much he must be suffering, and what we can do next to bring him home. My family believes this engagement is by far our best opportunity to bring my father home safely. And we need American officials to ramp up this engagement as they meet in the next few weeks over Iran's nuclear program. In fact, we implore negotiators to take a more aggressive approach than merely asking for Iran's help in locating him. It is true that those involved in the talks may not know where my father is or what happened to him, but we are certain that there are people in Iran who do. We believe that if the Iranian government had the will and motivation to locate my father and send him home, they most certainly could.
A minute, if you'd like to comment.
Let me be very clear. The charges against Jason are false. Jason did sometimes write about Iran's domestic and foreign policy, but this is perfectly legal conduct recognized around the world as practicing journalism. Iran's treatment of Jason has been and remains in violation of international human rights laws that Iran has repeatedly promised to uphold. Yet despite being party to treaties that protect free speech and due process, Iran has afforded Jason neither of these fundamental rights.
He is a journalist who was born and raised in California. He hoped to use his position at the Washington Post. If top Iranian officials cannot be counted on to assist these wrongfully jailed Americans, can they be counted on to honor the commitments they make at the negotiating table? Call me a skeptic, but we are very concerned about the fact that these 4 Americans have been held for so long, and especially this show trial, which just began last week.
This is, Mr. Duncan from South
I feel so angry that at a time when we are sitting with Iran, and a number of you alluded to this, or mentioned this in your testimony, we're sitting with them to discuss a new arrangement between our 2 countries, and they continue to poke us in the eye and continue to spit in our face. I don't know how else to say it. It's ludicrous.
We deeply appreciate your courage, and we are very, very